boys, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're
that's
checking for
so-
testicular
It's
cancer.
so funny.
no, she wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
Well, they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
'Cause they're looking for lumps, right?
No, because
They're like all.
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or?
no. Have
See,
you,
I've never
I
had it
told
done.
you. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Aw.
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
the second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This
Times a hit.
Yeah, I hate that one.
one.
There were two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of
Oh,
them.
well,
The
that's
second
what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready
Ready?
two,
to party!
We're ready.
to party.
We're
ready. Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield, and Friends. And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no, no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in 01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is you boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you order
You say,
a
I want the surf
McGangbang?
and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound right at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we
We
having
can
this
set it on
discussion?
the table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and then she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by you,
Yeah.
John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
out. Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
We're doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Alex.
I'm Josh.
I'm like waiting for Brett.
Yeah. No,
This is
no waiting.
Episode 342.
Yes, it is.
I was like, and this is.
Yeah. No, just you and me, single cam, one camera. And we're talking about it all today. Actually, not all. Like, we're going into a lot that we've been wanting to for a while.
We are?
Artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be
I was
talking
like,
about that.
"Oh,
There's a lot going on with that lately. And we also got to talk about the movie of the week. But
Yeah.
did you know that 13 years ago today, Super Mario Galaxy 2 was released on the Wii?
No.
That's crazy. Do you remember me playing that when I flipped the chair?
What?
When I flipped the chair back in Chicago?
When you. Oh, yeah.
That was that
Actually,
game.
I do. I didn't realize that was that game.
Yeah, that was that game. That game was legendary to me as far as sequels go for Mario games. Like, I don't think they've sequeled a Mario game properly. I mean, I guess the Paper Mario games have been sequeled, but yeah. So yeah, that was released today. Yeah, this is no Brett. Kind of weird, right?
That is kind of weird.
I guess we should go into our week without Brett's real without. I don't know what Brett would have going on right now. Oh, I guess he went to Disney.
He went to Disney World.
Yeah.
And he looked like he had a blast. We
You
saw
didn't
him.
post that on Discord, did
he-
you?
Not yet.
Is
I
that on
saw
group chat?
that he.
Is that on
uh,
group chat?
Yeah,
So
I
can,
think so.
or was that privately texted
Actually,
to you?
I'll have to check to see if she privately texted me that.
Okay.
But they did get a picture with Brett with.
It wasn't
Mickey
a really
ears.
good photo. it's it's like, oh, it's a photo. No, it is not real. It's just a smirk of him having it on. It's not really like a proper photo that was good with him and her.
They did get to make lightsabers though.
Yeah, that's like $250 a piece.
You get to make a custom.
Freaking
lightsaber.
expensive. Heck yeah, man.
I don't know. It looks cool, and it looked like
Hope it's
Ashley
worth
got to.
the funds, and I hope he got to ride on some stuff. I think he went more than one day. So
Yeah.
if you do, you have to, because if you're going to see one thing, I would section myself off to one thing at a time.
I have not gone to Disney World since I was like 7 years
Never
old.
been.
So
And I just wonder if it's too late in my life to go.
I don't think so.
Everybody who is biased would say that.
I'm just saying, like, there's plenty of people that I work with that, like, that's what they do. Like,
I get it.
I mean, that's like saying, like, oh, we're too old to go to Cedar Point.
Well, no. That's different.
There's rides and stuff at Cedar
That's
Point.
different. There's an experience with Disney that's meant to be magical for kids.
Yeah, I think there's a different experience for kids and adults, but
I have heard nothing but disappointment with the food and the expenses.
well, yeah, because it's Disney. But I'm talking about the experience minus the actual.
We're adults. We're going to experience the bad part.
Minus the money.
Okay.
The experience of
I'm
like
giving you my negativity on it, which
Okay.
would drive my experience down.
it will.
As
but
long
I'm
as I save up
saying-
$1,000 for a day, I'll be happy.
right.
Then I get to do everything. But I hope they had a good time. And if we were to go, I'd go with kids. Not just you and me.
I think it would be more of an experience taking children
Yeah,
versus just
right.
going you and me. But I feel like we would. I think just because we're at a point in our lives where we can go without kids, we
Yeah.
go first without kids.
I would
and then
probably
we
go.
with
Actually, I would
kids.
probably go to like Universal before I would go to Disney. Maybe the Super Mario World, like Nintendo World. I'd go there.
yeah, that's 100%.
I would definitely go there before Disney.
So I feel like this is an argument. So you're making
Okay.
an argument saying that you're too old to go to Disney, but you're over here throwing hands up like, oh, but I'll go down there if we get to go to freaking
Super Mario
Super
World.
Mario
Hold on a second.
World,
Or
which
Nintendo? Is it
aimed
Nintendo? Is it
whatever it is,
okay?
which is aimed
Hold
at
on.
children.
Yes
so,
and no.
So where's your backup for that one?
Nintendo's brand new. Super Mario World's been around for They're super new. Disney
Uh-huh.
World's been around for over 100 years, so
And
it's old news. I go someplace new. It's like Jurassic Park.
Disney releases new shit every year,
Eh.
and you're saying it's old news.
Well,
And it's one of the most
What-
relevant
okay.
names in the world.
okay, I would say, well, I'm not going to go into it.
They both are like pulling in the millions,
They are.
billions.
Actually, look out, Disney. You might be in trouble. Nintendo's on their way
Oh, yeah.
because
Pretty much
Mario
Disney,
is
yeah.
now available at home.
We're going to have a Super Mario universe now.
Yeah, and the MCU is going to be great.
Yeah, the Mario Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, oh boy. So reviews in for like Guardians, a lot of people are saying it's great, but it's not keeping Marvel afloat as far as like excellent goes. Secret Invasion does not interest me at all.
Did you and I already talk about seeing Guardians? I think we did.
We did. We
did?
reviewed it. Yeah, we said
Okay.
it was great.
Yeah, it was. It was
We loved
very
it.
good.
Yeah. In fact, I've never thought that I thought that it would be a tearful moments, and there were some.
I would say there was a handful.
Yeah, but that was expected, and that's what happened.
I know, but I wasn't expecting to tear up at what was making me tear up without spoiling anything.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. I'm sure it's been spoiled by everybody on the internet. Anyway, because if you live in today's day and age in social media, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get people spoiling because everyone automatically already has out right now the Fast X post-credits scene explained. The article is out on Friday.
Oh,
When it came out.
I haven't seen it.
I don't care enough about the Fast and Furious universe to even click on it. But
I mean, I don't either.
it's already
but
there.
I'm saying Fast and Furious. I really never watched it ever for a storyline. I watched it just for the action.
I think Tokyo Drift had the only actual storyline, like big storyline.
I can't even tell you what Tokyo Drift was about. I know they were in Japan. That was
it's
about
okay.
it.
Han was there, and they did a lot of twists and turns through Tokyo and illegal street
hence
racing.
The drift.
Yeah, and they did a lot of parking lot drifting to practice, which is all in all a lot of work. I am no professional driver. I'm not gonna put myself through that.
I think it'd be fun to go do though.
Drifting?
Yeah.
We were once behind the wheel of a car going over 100, and that was an experience for me.
Have you ever been on a motorcycle going that fast?
I don't think so.
That's even better.
I don't like to ride the back, and in fact, I've heard that riding in the back of motorcycles is very, very bad.
Why?
You have a lot less control over anything.
Yeah, because
then the driver.
You don't have any control.
Exactly. I'm saying then the
driver.
driver. It's safer for you to have your own bike than
Getting
to ride
on
bitch.
a bike with somebody driving, you have to put your full trust in that driver, and I do.
Yeah, you've been with a really good and experienced driver.
Yeah.
Rider. Let's say the right word.
Driver.
It's rider.
Yeah.
You've been with a few. One that I would trust completely, and a couple that I was like, hey.
The only person that I've ever gotten on a bike with that I didn't have like
trust,
100% trust was
Jer.
Yeah, Jer, because he had
Brig was a little. You were on his bike for around the block, but whatever.
Yeah, but Brig's been riding for a while, and he just got done riding cross country to our house.
He is an insane rider, driver, whatever.
Yeah,
anyway,
when I was on his bike, he was perfectly safe.
Yeah, when I was in the passenger seat of his car, I wasn't perfectly safe. I thought I was gonna die on Trier.
No, literally the only person that made me just kind of like I was tense and not comfortable riding was when I was with Jer, but that was only because he had been riding for like 2 months, and I was his first passenger.
You shouldn't have been at that point. I think it should have been at least a year's worth of experience.
You gotta start somewhere.
A year's worth of experience. For my daughter, if she's gonna get on the back of a motorcycle of her boyfriend, he needs to have a year's worth of experience.
We never.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I never
as their age level, of course.
I never went on any highways or anything. He only ever took me around like our neighborhood.
You went on one highway, and that was the one person I trust you 110% with. That was our friend Luke in South Dakota.
I've been on plenty of highways on motorcycles.
I know, but I'm saying that was one that I was like, I saw you leave and come back, and I was like, yeah, whatever, because I know you're gonna go.
Yeah, and you know what happened on that trip?
You went past the needle, didn't you?
Yeah. I was like, oh, you totally trust him. Guess what? That was the last time I rode on his motorcycle because that was like the last day we lived there.
Unintentionally,
And
we just never visited.
he was like, we were going on the back roads, and obviously nobody around in South Dakota, and he just leaned backwards
but there's plenty
and was
of
like,
birds that you can
just
hit.
kind of signaled, watch the speedometer. I was like, okay, so I just leaned over real quick as we were going super fast, and yeah, we were bending the needle a little bit.
It was a little arced. I get it.
But it was fast.
Pixel.
And
That was
fun.
me.
And
that
I was
me.
fine.
That was me. Go lay down. It was okay. He's not coming.
Yeah.
Man, he's actually been depressed. Pixel has lately because he hasn't been.
I know he's
coddled
wondering.
by
he's
Brett and
wondering where
Ashley.
Brett and Ashley are.
Yeah, it is what it is. So playing and watching, we got to get into that. Lately, Alex, you and we've been into Dead Island 2. So much fun. We should have actually streamed Friday because it was so much fun.
I know.
Actually.
Right now, Dead Island 2 it's gone from just like going in and like doing quests and stuff. Like I'm talking about like main mission.
I'm talking about level of interest. Mine was down here to like now it's up here. I mean, I'm enjoying myself.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
Because I know that the card system works and the upgrade system works. Patrick has so much money, he ain't upgrading jack. He says he is.
The fact that you found our
the backstock,
whatever
the
it is,
inventory, the lost
inventory, and we're like, oh,
make sure you guys are checking that playing Dead Island 2. There's a lot of guns you probably don't know you have to sell.
Yeah,
that could have been worth money.
When you go into like this,
earlier.
When you go into like the storage bin, you're like, oh, I don't ever put anything into storage, and Josh is like, but did you look at your lost storage? I'm like, what's lost storage? You just tab over. All of a sudden, I had like 50 guns and weapons that I could sell that were complete trash. And I went from having like $2,000 to having like 82 grand. I'm like, all right, well, what are we upgrading?
I match level on everything. That's like 20 grand per item.
I know.
That's a lot. I don't think Patrick's matching level. I think it's just
I'm only doing it on 1 or 2 because
mine's mainly the guns. I have like 4 guns.
I do 1 gun and 1
saber.
Like 1 combat.
You're using the sword, aren't you? No, you like the shotgun, that red shotgun, the flame shotgun.
Yes, that's my favorite. I'm using the shotgun, and then I've got like this knife, flamey thing. Like I upgraded it.
Are you throwing your ninja stars more?
No, those actually suck. They don't do any damage. They just have good range.
Grenade's good, and the pipe bomb.
The pipe bomb I'm using in my sticky grenade.
Yeah, I have it. Oh, I don't have the sticky grenade.
I have
yet.
the sticky.
You have
and
to
it
craft
works great.
that, right? Or you have to buy it from somebody.
It's a blueprint.
You have to go buy it from somebody. Trader.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me.
I picked it up, so it's whenever you guys pick it up, it'll become available.
We're gonna have to re-explore the entire place because we have to get all those echoes, or what do you call them? The
scopes.
Scopes. You always remember the name.
I think that's what it's called.
That is what they're called. It's SKOPE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Scopes.
exactly what they are.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been delving into Fall Guys Season 4. You played a night of that as well. Did you enjoy it?
A couple nights.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is you made it sound like there was going to be all these amazing brand new maps.
Creative mode is what it was. And I showed that.
I thought you said there was going to be like 50 new maps.
There's 20 now, and I think 10 more just got released.
Well, I haven't played on
week.
20 new maps.
We didn't play on that playlist. Those haven't been added to squads yet.
Well, that's bullshit.
They haven't just done it yet. They're testing all these levels out to make sure people like them.
If there's anything but the ones that we play on, I'm going to like them because I've played the same freaking ones all the time. So for me, it's getting really repetitive.
We're playing squads because of that. But we have the battle pass to unlock.
I don't care about like squads. Squads are fine, but I want to play squads on, oh, this is a new map.
Right, exactly.
That's what I was excited about. And I don't have it. So my excitement kind of went up and then it went, oh, all right. I got like maybe 1 or 2 new maps that are fun.
Yeah. That came back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
So right now I'm kind of like, Fall Guys is just kind of there.
So then we moved to Fortnite.
It's a mindless game.
We did Fortnite.
We did. Yeah, we went back to Fortnite on Sunday night.
Do you want me to show a clip here? That's
You can. We went to Fortnite on Sunday night, and really the only reason we went back to it is because Patrick had posted a picture in like our group chat of some upgrade or whatever's in like the battle pass or something. And I'm like, I wonder if that's just his way of saying he wants to go back to Fortnite. And then me thinking, wow, I don't play Call of Duty right now. I'm not playing Halo right now. Really, the only like shooter we're doing is Dead Island.
Yeah.
So, but it's not competitive.
So as you
And,
can see, the storm's coming in. This is the island part of our first drop in. This is going to go on your YouTube highlights very, very soon. Probably this week. If I get an opportunity, it'll
Really,
probably be up
because right
Friday.
now I'm just running back and forth.
Just wait. You can see the storm coming in up here in the corner is what I'm pointing at. There's the storm. And here's where you panic.
I panic a little bit.
A lot of it. Because this is the jump pad right here. Had you hit that, you'd have been just
oh my
fine.
God. Now that I see it.
The jump pad, you would have lived.
Oh my God.
And you're just like here like, Josh, you got to come pick us up. I'm like, nah, brah.
Oh my God. I completely just...
Had you touched the jump pad.
This was our very first match
I
back
don't
in
care.
Fortnite after like
I
a
said
year.
touch this thing.
You said
I stood
touch this thing, and we were nowhere near you.
Right.
So I had no idea. I thought you were just trying to tell us to like, oh, I found something cool. Come over here and touch it. You weren't saying, hey, hit the jump pad to jump off so you don't die. You could have said that.
We're gonna finish off the gameplay right here with there's 11 people left on the map, myself included. So there's 10 others because everyone else just died. So right now, everyone is spectating me that is in our squad. Oh, it went down to 8. I'm sorry. So it's me versus 6 people. I am freaking out right now. I see people off in the left right there. There's somebody, I think, who shoots me. I don't know how I got out of this situation. It was kind of crazy. I
seriously thought you were done.
Nah. I think I just bested them.
At this moment, this is when I thought you were done because you had 2 people on your ass right there, and then you were also you were getting shot from the right.
Look at my slides, though.
Yeah, you were actually acting like you've played this game.
No, I just remember that Fortnite has a lot of movement that you can do if you have enough stamina. Right there, I ran out of stamina. I couldn't really do a whole lot, so I had to wait.
But you see how they're following you and they're still shooting at you, and I'm like, oh, so it works better if they lose you.
Right.
But they're not. They still see you, and I'm like, oh, great, you're totally done.
I'm running this exotic gun down here, by the way. That's an exotic assault rifle or something.
Yeah, that helped save you with the damage it deals.
Oh, and it also had great accuracy with the range and everything. So people are shooting around me with all these. I think we just got dropped into a little bit slightly easier lobby, this one, because it was our first time in.
Possibility.
But, yeah. I don't know how much more we're going to watch of this, but I wound up winning this. I don't know how
really
more.
You knock down like every single person that's left. It just kind of goes one, then another, then another, then another.
Yeah, here's where I knocked down somebody. I'm already in the storm. Don't panic in the storm. You just gotta learn.
I didn't realize where we were because I just knew we were up on an island, and I'm like, well, how the hell do I get off the island? So that's really why I was panicking, because I knew not to panic in the storm. It was like more just, oh shit, how do we get off the island? I'm like, well, I guess I'll jump and pull my parachute. Oh, it's not Call of Duty. You actually have to jump off a jump pad to activate your parachute. Freaking stupid game.
But
mechanics.
you can get that unlocked.
Yes, I know. I figured that out.
So as I'm scrolling or running through this is still the last zone. There's only 3 people versus me. So it's in the top 5. You can see right here, there's 4. So me versus 3. I knew that was what was happening, and I was against a squad, basically, of 3. So that's what you see in the last few seconds here.
You do realize if they would have came around that rock, all 3 of them at the same time,
I would have been dead. But they didn't have the courage. And I was looking up top. I was like, they got to be up top. It's like, oh, there's one. I just braved it, did an entire clip.
Honestly, that guy was really stupid.
He was very stupid. He should have ran.
He should have kept
top.
going.
Yep. If you I play Warzone style in Fortnite, so I'm a little more tactical. I don't stay out in the open like most Fortnite players do. So I try to get behind coverage. This
is where I was like, you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
I didn't either. I didn't have a breath of life at the end here. This got really intense. They were all closing in on me. The circle was closing in, but the thing is, they didn't close in fast enough.
You could see my face too, my reaction. I'm like, yeah, no, you're not getting this.
Yeah. So I got that one.
I shook my camera because I was like, there's no way. But yeah, we ended up winning 3 in a row.
We did.
Which is funny because right after this, Josh ends up saying,
There's no way we're getting another.
There's no way we're getting 3 in a row. Or you say something like, why don't we start with a triple? Or
Yeah.
And then like we ended up winning all 3. And then we didn't win any more the rest of the night. It was just like 15th place, 20 something, and then a few 2s.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So it was a really good time on Fortnite. I had a blast. I had a good times. Good times. So in watching, we watched a documentary, Attack of the Dock. We got to talk about that one.
Yeah.
Attack of the Show was a brilliant video game talk show that was on G4.
It was kind of like our MTV.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Back
I thought
in
that
high
it was
school.
I thought it was one of the best shows. Oh, like
That's kind of
ever.
like how we stayed up
Yeah.
to date on new games and like what's going on in the gaming community kind of
Oh,
stuff.
it was so good. They had the feed. They had your DV Tuesday, which came out like basically what game or movies came out on Tuesday. They had all of these different segments that just made the show more alive. They brought it back, and no one really talks about the revamp. We watched it a little bit.
A little bit.
Didn't really have a lot of
It wasn't
soul.
the same.
It didn't have the
Yeah.
soul that it used to. Like it had that audience at all times. It was great. It was like it was good times. I check out the documentary. I don't know where it was posted. I don't remember where we saw
I
it.
don't remember what site we found
We
it
watched
on.
it though. So Attack of the Dock is what it's called. It was
But
an
it
entire
basically goes from
run-through.
like literally the birth of the show all the way to the very end.
Essentially the birth of G4 too.
Yeah. Hmm.
And the end, because Attack of the Show was G4
Mhm.
until it got sold over and all those other shows got put on there that was like Puke or whatever. Or
I don't remember.
just disgusting stuff. Just why? Why would you do that? While you were at work yesterday, I watched Austin Powers, the first one.
Mhm.
It's not really good.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, two's
It's
better.
really
Two's
good.
way better.
2's really good.
Two's way better. Like
don't
I
know.
was
I
watching
think
it.
that they're both really good.
I was watching it and I was kind of annoyed with Elizabeth Hurley's character. Like I didn't like her. Did you think she was fine?
Who?
Vanessa.
Why are you doing this? We've been doing the podcast for how many years, and you know I don't know names.
I'm sorry.
Vanessa, you thought was annoying?
Yeah, it wasn't
Why?
really good. I'm a little over it now. Yeah, Elizabeth Hurley. I was making sure I got that name right.
Yeah, I don't know her name. I just
What
know-
happened to her?
I don't know. She was in Austin Powers, and then that was it.
No. She was in Bedazzled.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess yeah, she was, and then that was it.
No, she was in Passenger 57.
Whatever that is.
It's a Wesley Snipes movie.
Okay.
I'm at her IMDb.
Okay, and then she was in that, and then that was it.
If I kept listing things, she was on a lot of stuff afterwards and before, but no, I don't know. She didn't stay too relevant, but whatever. I don't know. Which would you rather have? Another Wayne's World, another Austin Powers movie?
Wayne's World.
Really?
Yes.
What would you think they would do with this one?
I don't know.
Hmm.
At the same time, like I say, I want another Wayne's World, but
They could have.
things are not anywhere near what they were back when they made those movies.
Yeah.
And that's why those movies were good. And I feel like if they made those movies
Well-
today, they wouldn't be able to. They would be canceled pretty quickly.
We need to test that. We need to take a look at the next Bill and Ted movie and then look at the new one that came out. See how they did, because that was one that did okay. I'm sure a lot of people were saying it was okay. Ghostbusters was a good sequel.
Yeah, but you're talking about the music industry. That's what Wayne's World's
I don't think
about.
it matters. I think that they could still do it. Like maybe they have to like put a band back together or something. Maybe he has to go find.
Go find Aerosmith or something.
I
Or
don't
go find a
know.
broken up '80s band and bring them back.
Yeah, just think about all the things that they could do. Like Jay and Silent Bob have stayed relevant these years.
Yeah.
Why can't?
It definitely could work, but I'm saying
How does
like,
Kevin Smith do it? He stays relevant
I
by
know.
staying relevant.
I know,
They
but,
can do
like,
it too.
I just don't know if I can see it failing me.
I mean, yes, I did just compare Jay and Silent Bob to Wayne's World, but they kind of mirror each other in a sense. They have their own character
Yeah.
personality duo
Mhm.
that has a lot of Easter egg nostalgia, crazy like celebrities come in, and yeah, every single movie is just like oh my god, I can't believe this person's in this one. This person. So.
I just know that there's going to be a lot of, well, they should have done this or they should have done that. Like the way the internet these days is just going to completely rip the movie apart, no matter how good or bad.
You would think so, but I think they'd be satisfied maybe just seeing those two back on screen doing it well. Unfortunately, Indiana Jones is not doing well in the critic reviews. That comes out next month. I saw some reviews come out.
Well,
we'll see. We'll see. We're going to go see it.
Yeah, we're going to go see it.
Little Mermaid's getting okay reviews too, and good okay reviews, I should say.
Okay.
Positive-ish.
Yeah. Positive, more positive than I thought it was going to get.
Complaints are valid from what I've seen. That should be there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But are we seeing it in theaters? I don't know. Alex might have to convince me a little bit.
I can just go see it myself or with somebody else and say, hey, you should have seen it. Or, oh, you wouldn't have liked it.
I don't think you and I don't think so. I think I'd go if you really want to go.
I do.
Well, we'll pick a time.
I just want to give it my own opinion. Like, that was my favorite Disney movie growing up. So I want to see either how much they trash it and destroy it, or how much they make it okay. Because I definitely can tell you it's not going to be an amazing movie. It's not going to blow me away.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else in playing and watching really that we've been doing any different. Like, is there anything else?
I mean,
Rick and Morty. That's back on HBO.
I mean, we started watching the new season.
We're only 3 episodes in. This is like every single episode is like, okay, I can only take one at a time because there's like a lot there.
Yeah, but this season's actually really memorable. It's really good.
Nice. I enjoy it more. Better than last season, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more. I want to give a shout out to the Renegades on the XFL. They beat the DC Defenders, and they are the XFL champions of the 2023 season.
That's
them.
Patrick's teams, right?
A losing record into the championship, and they won. They beat the Defenders. I want to make sure I said the right one.
The Commanders.
No, I'm not saying the Commanders this time. The Defenders, the DC Defenders. They beat them. I don't know the score, but it was kind of crazy that there were as many crazy plays as there were. It was just one of those good those good games, feel good games, because they went in with a negative in Vegas. I don't understand the Vegas spreads when they show them. It's like, oh, this one was negative something, or this one's positive something. I don't know what that means by the over-under. It can probably be described to me. It's
probably like some kind of point system.
Yes, but what is that point system?
I don't know.
What does that mean is what I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So go them. That was awesome.
I was gonna, speaking of football, so I was doing some yard work the last couple days.
Speaking of football.
Yes.
Yard work?
Yes.
Okay.
The flagpole that's outside, I was thinking that we
You want to get a Vikings flag?
If Mom will allow it.
She will.
I mean, we have a Browns thing still sitting on the we are Browns fans, or Browns fans live here, or something like that.
She can take that. She can transport that. I think she doesn't want to because she doesn't want it to break.
No, it's a really nice statue. I wouldn't want it to break either.
I think it's just actually one rock slab carved.
Mm-hmm.
Not 2. I think it's carved as that T.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I just thought, hey, we don't ever have anything on the flagpole. I wonder
we
if
could cover that thing with a flag.
Cover it. I wonder if that'd be bad luck.
Nah. Well, who? Browns?
Yeah.
Not my team, not my problem.
We don't face them this year, right?
No.
Okay, well then maybe it won't hurt.
No.
If we were facing them,
unless
I feel like
they
that's
go
bad
to
juju.
the all the way kind of thing.
Then maybe it would be bad juju.
Oh my God! Speaking of bad juju, Patrick is PO'd because Tom Brady is now part owner of the Raiders.
I know.
I don't know this whole.
I don't know the whole.
I don't know the whole details. Rick shared the screenshot. Let me pull this up. Let me pull it up.
It was like a couple weeks ago.
What? Oh,
yeah.
it was when it was
the original.
When we were
Yes, it was the original.
It finally happened.
Oh, Tom Brady might blah 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 partner, and I just liked reading all of the comments that you guys were saying.
Minority owner, yes.
Yeah, so he's not gonna have any decision making though. Is he just trying to keep billions of dollars?
I think he's trying to keep a team on track that might need it. It was
What
either
is-
them or
what's
the
his-
Commanders
I
that
know,
needed
but what's
it.
his responsibility going to be? Like,
I
what's...
don't know. It doesn't say much. It says that he agrees to become a minority owner of the Raiders. So,
my dad says the USFL has been disappointing for me. More people on the field than in the stands. I miss the XFL championship game. XFL started with more people in the field and less in the stands. And
there
then
were a couple teams. There were 3 teams that filled the stands the most. That was our team, the Battlehawks, the Commanders, and the Sea Dragons.
But I feel like the more we watched it, it was like a couple weeks, like, and it just like picked up, and people were like, "Wow, this is actually really fun. This is cool." And eventually,
St.
like,
Louis
like,
filled
woo!
their stadium to the level that they could have.
Then they kept like opening up. Oh, I guess we'll open up the second level. I guess
we could have gone and
had
had a good time, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe we'll plan one next year. But we are planning an NFL game. We're actually okay. So this is crazy. So the entire schedule came out for all of the teams, and Alex and I are going to be going to a Colts game this year. New Year's Eve, it'll be Raiders versus the Colts down in Indy.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather pay $30 a ticket.
It's not 30. It's
$50
a
ticket. $60
Yeah.
a ticket. Then either way, I'd rather pay double digits than having to pay like $250.
Yeah, to see the Vikings
ticket.
face the Raiders. Yeah, in Vegas, that'd have been great. But
Not for-
$230 or $300 for the nosebleeds.
Nah. Plus, you're talking about flights and staying. And no, that's a couple grand right there easily.
Vikings game. We're not gonna be going to the Chiefs game. That was a that was a dream.
Yeah, it's a dream. Yeah.
That's 2 of the biggest Midwest teams going against each other.
Yeah.
I mean that in a
What
sense
if we win
of
tickets?
from. I mean, that'd be different.
Yeah.
I mean that from a sense from Minnesota over to the other end of South Dakota, all the way down to basically Oklahoma. That is a big
That's
group
a huge
of,
game.
That's a big group of fans right there. So most of them are Chiefs fans. A lot of them are Vikings fans.
I would love to go back to the stadium, though. I mean, it's always fun.
We are.
But we're 2 for 0.
0 for 2. Yeah.
0 for 2.
We're going to be going to probably at least like maybe the 49ers game or the Lions game. So
In Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're going to a game.
I would like to go to another game.
It just doesn't matter who we really face. I don't care.
No. And this time I'm not. Maybe we don't wear war paint and stuff. We don't even wear our jerseys, and then maybe we win.
No, I'll
Last couple times we've gone, we've like gotten all dressed up and decked out. We're like, woo!
I'm looking at all my memorabilia. I'm like,
like
God,
all this is tainted.
I would love to see us win a game.
It's tainted.
There's something I gotta do.
we gotta do something.
Maybe I can't shave for the season or something.
Or your beard.
What?
Shave your beard? Is that what you mean?
Or shave my beard for the season?
No, like don't. Are you talking about don't shave like as in your beard or your head?
Of course, my beard. I have to shave my head. I look ridiculous without it shaved.
Well, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. Anyways, so back to the topic about Tom Brady. This is Patrick's quote. He said, "I'm gonna bleep what I can here." He said, "Honestly, Rick, Tom Brady can rot in hell for all I care. Mark Davis is an effing moron and needs to be put out of his misery. Such a disrespectful move to Al Davis and Raiders fans." And then I sent the meme of, it's from Ace Ventura, and it's the mom and dad of Finkel. And instead of it saying Dan Marino needs to die of gonorrhea and rot in hell, I said Tom Brady needs to. And Patrick loved it. And I said, I'm sure you'd love that mantle, or maybe on a shirt or something.
Right.
So, yeah, good times. You want to talk about Pacific Rim real quick?
Yes.
That's the movie club movie of the week, and that was my choice. I wanted to go with something that we have had on the back burner for a long period of time, and something that's been talked about a lot of times being a memorable movie for some people, because it's basically another generation of Godzilla versus a mech, mechanical suit of some kind. What did you think of this movie? I mean, I chose that mainly because of the cultural references.
I was waiting to talk about this. So you know how we watched the Honest trailer today about it?
And the other one, the pitch
Well,
meeting.
yeah, the pitch meeting, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The Honest trailer.
Yeah.
That's like exactly how I felt.
Yeah. Oh, I have to go
Yes.
over all this. Who's in it and everything first.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Yeah,
just go
ahead.
into that first. Okay. So this came out in 2013. In the movie Pacific Rim, giant monsters are called kaiju, and they emerge from an interdimensional portal in the Pacific Ocean, threatening humanity's existence. To combat them, the world comes together to build giant robots called Jaegers. These Jaegers are piloted by teams of 2 connected by a neural bridge and engage in intense battles with the kaiju. The story follows Raleigh Beckett, a former Jaeger pilot who was recruited back into service alongside rookie Mako Mori. As they face powerful kaiju, Raleigh and Mako must overcome personal struggles and form a deep bond to save humanity from extinction. With thrilling action sequences and stunning visual effects, Pacific Rim offers an epic and immersive experience of humans fighting against monstrous creatures to protect their world. Starring Charlie Hunnam, Idris Elba, Rinko Kikuchi, and Charlie Day.
Yay.
Yay. Did Charlie Day ruin this movie a lot?
A little.
Sorry.
Him and the other dude were not.
The German dude?
He wasn't German. He was British.
The guy, his partner?
His partner.
No, he was German.
Oh, well, that's not what it sounded like. It sounded like he was very British.
Okay. Either way, he might be.
Either way, his partner, his science partner or whatever, I did not
He's
like
in the
those
sequel.
Two.
I know that.
Oh.
So.
I didn't like those two together. Like, I get why they were there, but the way they were written and played out, I don't like.
So Guillermo del Toro did this movie.
Mhm.
Not too bad.
Not exactly what you would think he would do.
When you were inside of like the creatures and inside of all the stuff,
Yeah, I
you
could
kind
see
of saw the
a little bit of him in
environments.
that, but
Yeah.
the whole movie itself does not seem like one of his movies.
It's kind of off the wall, a little weird, because you'd think that he would do a little more scarier kind of
Mhm.
stuff. Like you've seen Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
You've seen.
Never finished it.
Yes, you did.
Nope.
I love that movie.
I can't watch it.
Why?
It's too scary for me.
Nah, it's good.
Nah, it's too messed up.
It is messed up.
Yeah, I can't watch it.
It has 3 tales that happen, and the second tale is the
still
one that
can't
scares you.
I still can't get over the.
That's tale 2. Yeah, that's night 2. That the eyeball hands guy. He basically just has his hands up like this
Oh, that's right.
over himself.
Over himself.
Oh, I should cosplay him.
No. No, I don't like that guy.
No, he's pretty effed up.
Like, they did a good job, like, making something that, like, ruin my
Right.
nightmares.
Oh,
so.
ruin your night.
Yeah,
Create them.
No, make him worse.
Yeah,
Basically.
gotcha. It's messed up.
Yeah.
Very messed up.
No, so anyways, what the Honest trailers put it 100% the way I think. They're like, the storyline, fuck it. Like, don't even, like, don't pay attention
Don't follow it.
to the storyline whatsoever. It's really the only thing that grabbed my attention the whole movie was monsters and robots fighting each other, and it was cool.
Right?
like that's seriously how, like, if you go and watch the Honest trailers of Pacific Rim,
Hey,
that is exactly
first
how
of
I
all,
felt.
I have a question for you. How would you compare this to like any of the Godzilla movies that have come out? Is this
I mean,
kinda
it took like 3 things from Godzilla.
I'm saying, how would you compare it?
It's a lot like Godzilla.
Do you think it's better, worse?
I can't say that because I'm going to be biased and say Godzilla's better because it's got the nostalgia factor wrapped around it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But
Pacific Rim
I mean,
doesn't
they
have
took
that.
like so many different. All I saw Transformers versus Godzilla.
Really good ideas, of
That's
course.
like what I saw. It was a Transformers movie versus Godzilla, which made it look cool.
Yeah, so Guillermo del Toro also co-wrote this. The film was released in 2013 and inspired by giant monster and mecha genres popular in Japanese cinema and anime. So the title refers to the rim around the Pacific Ocean, which serves as the battleground for the kaiju and the Jaeger battles. The film's production design showcases intricate and detailed designs, each with their own unique characteristics and abilities. Like, every robot had their own style.
It was a Transformer.
Every monster had their own style.
Yep.
What'd you think of the pregnant one?
Reminded me of Godzilla.
Oh my God, Ron Perlman. Such a weird place to have him.
When he
What in the
when he-
world? Spoiler alert at this
oh my
point.
god, this is like what, 6, 7 years old?
It's 10 years old.
10 years old? Yeah. I mean, when he gets eaten, that was hilarious. He's like, "Huh, I knew it. The baby's lungs couldn't handle the atmosphere." Go, just gets like destroyed.
And then it died. Why did it have to do that? It didn't have to do that and then die again.
I don't know.
It died twice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it was fully dead. I'm not dead yet. I think I'll go for a walk.
He's getting better.
I know, I like it.
I
though.
feel happy. Ron Perlman's character, though, such out of place. I mean, Charlie Day was out of place enough acting.
I don't know. I think honestly, I liked Ron Perlman's character better than Charlie Day's.
Shut up.
No, I'm serious.
You are
because
so biased.
I mean, they both have their place. I don't think Charlie Day's character should have been played by Charlie Day. But
obviously, you're gonna say that.
The character itself and how he's trying to do the drift and connect that way to the monsters to figure out what's going on. I get that, but Ron Perlman's character is very true. Like, this has been what, 5, 6, 10 years down the road since these monsters have taken over Earth or tried to.
Yeah.
People are going to want to sell that shit, like their organs and their blood and their crap on the black market, and somebody's got to run it. Why not Ron Perlman?
Okay.
So yes, he has his own spot in the movie.
I just think it was miscast a little bit. He's weird.
Nah.
Too weird.
I just thought it was pretty funny that it was Ron and Charlie
arguing against each other.
I mean, they never.
You
got
know, Ron
on
Perlman could kick his ass,
I
and
know.
Charlie Day's standing up to him like, "What are you gonna do? You owe me a brain now. You owe me a brain. You owe me that." It's like, dude, he could just throw you in the water and you'd be dead in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But he didn't. The character stayed true to just they're both weird guys going after weird stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just there were 2 stories going on at the same time, almost 3. Idris Elba dying the whole time,
Yeah.
whatever.
And you got Charlie Day's.
Charlie
Charlie
Hunnam.
Hunnam's character, which
And
is like
their opening was, I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry. I brought it up now. Now Alex is
is
going to
all
talk
like-
about this.
Josh is all like,
I'm
we
sorry.
we start the movie.
I thought.
We start the movie, and Josh goes, "Well, at least you get to look at Charlie Hunnam. He's in it." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean look at him?" Like, "Oh, isn't he one of those like actors you find attractive?" And I was like, looked at him, and I was like, "Are you serious right now?"
I
I don't. Charlie's not
apologize.
like, he's a okay looking guy.
Through
but
the entire movie, you kept on looking back and be like, "You seriously thought this?"
like, he's not on my top tier anything.
Oh really?
He's okay to look at, but like he's
He's not even a good actor to you.
he doesn't do anything for me.
No.
No,
Okay.
no. Mm-mm.
Oh, what else do I have to say on this movie? There's quite a lot of stuff that I put in the information on this. To give the Jaegers a sense of scale, filmmakers built enormous sets, including full-size sections of robot arms and heads. They had to build the head. They had to. And they had to build an arm or two because you walked by them.
I think the
I
suits were
wondered
pretty
if those
cool.
were practical or not. They looked not practical, but I think they were.
I will say, like, as horrible as like the storyline and everything is with this movie.
Some of the CG did not fit.
No,
well.
it didn't. But after the movie ended, I looked at Josh. I'm like, oh, and there's a sequel, right?
Yes.
Like, I actually am like, kind of want to watch the second one.
Yeah. A sequel was titled Pacific Rim Uprising. Came out in 2018. It was directed by someone else, Stephen S. D. Knight. Guillermo del Toro has expressed interest in expanding the universe of Pacific Rim through potential spin-offs and animated projects.
So Transformers and Godzilla.
Yeah, they want to do more, just more stuff. The movie pays homage to basically Japanese pop culture, but I think you get more Godzilla than anything else.
That's what I get out of it.
Yeah.
It's like it's Godzilla, like the 2000s Godzilla mixed with like today's Godzilla with the whole like electric stuff coming from its throat and the acid and like all that.
What do you think of
stuff.
GLaDOS' voice?
It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I like
kind
that
of
they
nice
put
to have it
GLaDOS
in the
in there.
background at times.
Mhm.
So Ron Perlman's character became a fan favorite due to his eccentric personality and memorable lines. he's just a off the wall kind of character.
Mhm.
The visual effects team created detailed simulations of water and destruction to realistically portray the impacts of the battles. So they had to actually simulate water and stuff, figure out how to make things look more realistic. The filmmakers, what? Go ahead.
What I was thinking was, when the what are they called?
Kaiju?
No, not the kaiju.
What?
What
The
are they?
Jaegers?
Jaegers.
Yeah.
When the Jaegers and mechanical things, when they're moving through the water, I'm
Yeah.
like, they're in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how difficult that's gotta be? Like, when they're in the they're actually in the Jaegers and they're controlling them
Mhm.
and they're using like their bodies to simulate like what the robot's doing. I'm like, do you know the force of water and everything? I'm like, how difficult that's gotta be to like be walking through the water.
Not only
like
that, I don't think there's a sense of true depth in these movies.
No, not really. You're
because
in the
I don't think those
ocean.
feet are that far down walking. So some of the movies
no,
a little
it's
unrealistic.
It's
like
very unrealistic.
there's a platform about 30 feet below the water. No, I can't say 30. 300 feet below the
Sure.
water. Let's say that. And you're walking in that. That's kind of what it seems like. It's not the same. It's just a little less
I
realistic.
know, but even when they go under the ocean,
yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we don't have any visibility. Well, no shit. It's dark outside and it's the ocean. It would be pitch black, but yet you guys can actually see, even though you can't see. I don't know. It's I can pick it apart.
So Guillermo del Toro, he got the idea basically just by walking on the beach and imagining a monster movie right in front of him.
You can imagine a lot of things by walking on the beach and looking at the water.
Yeah. Imagine being a director just to do that. You can walk around and just start doing that.
Yeah.
So, as I said before, the computer is voiced by Ellen McLean, who also voiced GLaDOS in Portal and Portal 2 and became the cameo came to be by Guillermo del Toro, was such a fan of the games, and he approached the game's developers, Valve, who approved her voice, basically, because it is robotically altered.
Well, yeah, you can hear it.
Del Toro said in an interview for the Toronto Sun, I wanted very much to have her because I'm a big Portal fan, but just as a wink, she's not cake obsessed. She's not out to destroy humanity.
Right? She's actually helping humanity now.
He said, there's no AI I'd rather have than GLaDOS, but her voice in the movie, due in theaters July 12th, has been modulated a bit to be a little less similar to the distinctive tone of Portal's unforgettable.
It's definitely a little bit more
human,
yeah, in Pacific Rim.
Here's the weird thing. You hear it the first time at the beginning of the movie, it sounds more robotic. Sounds more like GLaDOS. 5 years later, she sounds more human. Did you notice that?
advanced
She's quieter.
it.
She's very loud in the beginning.
Oh,
and
I guess I didn't notice that.
Yeah. The filter we're using was slightly less GLaDOS, is what they said. So Jaeger is German for hunter. Didn't know if you knew that.
I just thought it was a cool name that they gave him.
Yeah. Let me read through some of the other facts here. The film's production design team created a 250-page Bible with detailed information about the world, characters, and technology of Pacific Rim. So they basically made an entire art book about it, about the history of everything. So the entire lore on these movies is weird. Yeah, I see your thing moving a little bit weird.
It's fine.
So Alex took Brett's Boom. I put it on there just to see if it would work better than the other 3 we've put on.
It's fine. I'm just waiting for it to fall.
It won't.
As it falls into my lap.
It did last time. So the filmmakers drew inspiration from real-life disasters such as earthquakes and tsunamis to portray the destruction that they brought in.
That was one thing I wanted to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this happens in San Francisco.
It's part of it.
Part of it. And I have to say, like, we've got friends in San Francisco.
We do.
We got a few.
Yeah. And
I have to say, they've been there for a while, like their whole lives, right?
Yeah.
So I have to ask them.
However,
all these disaster movies always happen around you. What does that make you feel like when you live there and you're watching the Golden Gate Bridge for like the umpteenth time being destroyed by an alien or an earthquake or
the sun?
The sun.
That was the core. The core. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
The entire Golden Gate Bridge gets sliced in half. By the sun.
Or Godzilla, or like, does that mean that bridge is like cursed and you probably just shouldn't be on it, or is it just like, oh, it's a really big bridge, it's well known,
Just
like,
a landmark at that point, though.
so it's like, how does that make you feel like living in that area? Like, oh, look, they destroyed Tom's Donuts again. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if they were doing that to Fort Wayne, we're like, oh, look, there goes that again.
Well,
like,
they destroyed the MLK bridge.
yeah, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's probably so many landmarks.
There goes
like,
20 feet of lights.
Right? Do you ever wonder that? Because they live in California, like in that area, are they picking out areas in all these movies? Like,
Oh man, I just wonder.
like,
I
or they're
wonder.
walking around, because you and I, when we went to California and LA, we were like, oh, GTA this, GTA that, because of like the way GTA 5 is all like planned out and like scoped and whatnot.
Even LA's airport looks exactly like Los Santos.
But you think that that's the same? Do you think they have the same kind of like the way that they look at things when they're watching movies?
They
They're like,
might.
oh, look, there goes my house.
Yeah.
Oh no, 20 more feet, I would have been underwater.
Act very well. I don't think he's a good actor.
I think he does just fine.
He's very cringe in this movie, my opinion.
I mean, in this movie, he's kind of meh, but I'm not saying like fully as an actor.
Like, he hasn't done well in cinema. He's done fine on TV, but TV is written different.
Yeah, it is.
So, I don't know. Guillermo del Toro encouraged the actors to bring a sense of realism and emotional depth to their performances, even in the midst of fantastical situations. This film received an Academy Award nomination for Best Visual Effects, showcasing the film's technical achievements back in 2013.
I mean, for 2013, it looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Oh, are you done?
Oh, just have two more things. Ron Perlman kept the shoes he wore in the film. Those shoes are pretty crazy.
They're pretty nice, actually.
They're pretty crazy. Later on, his wife had them melted down and converted into a pair of heels for herself.
That's hilarious.
That is. So Guillermo del Toro considers Pacific Rim a love letter to the kaiju and mecha genres, aiming to capture the joy and excitement he felt as a fan of those types of films. The box office did pretty well on this one. The budget was 180 to 200 million. Box office did 411, so that's why it warranted a sequel.
Okay.
Critics give this a 72, fans a 77.
Okay, well, that's what I was going to give it, was a 7.
Yeah, I'm right on board with that.
Yeah.
It's mainly just one of those.
The storyline was absolute shit, but
you have to just let it
the visual
breathe.
effects, and like, that's kind of like the reason like you watch Fast and Furious. It's not for the story. It's just excitement of cars being thrown left and right and things being blown up.
The Transformers, they kind of thought that they were trying to go for the story there. Dark of the Moon's really good.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
But that's why I give it a 7. It's mainly just the
You can't
effects.
say you can't have big robots and not good story. Dark of the Moon is
I
probably
know.
one of the best Transformers movies out there.
I think so. Yeah.
It's good. I'm a little biased because it was filmed a little bit slower and really well, I'd say. But anyways, what's the movie for the next show, Alex? That's your pick.
I wanted to go ahead and go back to the Wizard of Oz one that I had suggested. Return to Oz. Yeah, I've been really wanting to watch it. I have not watched it since I was like single digits years old, so we'll see what it's like. But I just remember being really like, I really liked that movie growing up.
Okay.
Like, it was a more like realistic, or well, I don't want to say realistic, but it's
different approach.
It's a different approach. It's like an Alice in Wonderland approach to. Well, I guess they both are. You know what? It's a darker version of.
Here's the
Wizard
thing.
of Oz.
Oz, the Great and Powerful that we went and saw.
Yeah.
Wasn't that was basically Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
It wasn't that good. Like, they turned Oz into Wonderland. That's not what Oz is.
Mm-hmm. This is more like, I think of Return to Oz as The Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
A lot like The Labyrinth.
I've never seen this one. This came out in 1985. So
I didn't realize it came out. Wow, I thought it was like 90s.
It's almost 2 hours long.
Oh yeah, it's. I would say it's a decently long movie. Like, it's got a nice story.
Synopsis of this film. Dorothy, saved from a psychiatric experiment by a mysterious girl, is somehow called back to Oz when a vain witch and a gnome king destroy everything that makes the magical land beautiful. Starring Fairuza Balk, Nicole Williamson, Jean Marsh, Piper Laurie, Matt Clark. These are all names that
I don't
nobody
know if
knows
you're gonna know
other than
anybody,
Fairuza
but
Balk.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember anybody else because I mean, really, I think she's one of the only humans.
I know one person actually. His name is not very notable, but I know him. His name is Deep Roy, and he stars in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as the Oompa Loompas.
Oh,
you would know him.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
Is he a Munchkin then?
I don't know. I don't remember. Again, I have not seen this movie
He's
in
the
a
Tin
long
Man.
time. He is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting. So apparently there's a.
But she basically like has to come back and save Oz.
How good is this movie truly? Can I look
know.
at some?
If you want to look at what the score is before we even watch it, I don't care.
Well, it's because
we're gonna watch it no matter what.
Right. It's on Disney. Oh, Rotten Tomatoes does not have good.
I'm sure it's not rated very well.
Audience has it at 71.
Oh, okay.
50,000 plus ratings.
This was actually, to tell you the truth, this was a fan suggested movie, and it's been like on my mind ever since.
Is it Tanith?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she suggested this like years ago, and I think I've brought it up twice now, and it's just kind of gotten put on the back burner.
Okay.
So, but I'm like, you know what? I've been really wanting to watch it, so we're gonna watch it.
It actually made 11 million in the box office.
What was the budget though?
Ooh, 28.
Yeah.
That's quite a big budget for 85.
Well, you gotta see when you see the movie. I think you'll.
It was done pretty
it's
well.
It's very visual.
Oh, that's good. I like movies that actually.
It is. It's very artistic,
visuals.
very visual.
Is it kind of like Neverending Story visual though? Because
Neverending
Story was so.
No, this is more practical.
Was
from
it
what I
Neverending
remember?
Story where
Neverending Story was more
where you kept on seeing those sand paintings, basically.
Yeah.
Those motion oil paintings. I hated that. It was bad. Trying to give you
you're
a different.
You're not gonna see that in this movie.
Okay. Sorry.
This is more.
That
I
ruined
feel
it
like
for me.
some of from my memory, some of it's kind of steampunky-ish.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like that.
Hmm. Okay.
Like the way everything turned bad looks more like steampunky.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to seeing it or not, and I don't know.
I honestly think you'll like it.
I don't know if we're gonna have a show next week.
We might do an every other week at this point.
We won't have one in 2 weeks because we'll be in Kansas.
We're watching Wizard of Oz.
When?
What? Like it's the same. We're watching Return to Oz, and we're going to Kansas.
Oh, gotcha. Not intentional on that one.
Yeah,
actually.
no, that wasn't.
It's kind of funny actually that you bring that up. That's pretty funny. No, so yeah, I don't know if we'll have a show next week or not.
I think we'll just like plan it out.
We'll see. We might have one then because we have Memorial Day off.
True.
So
yeah.
Maybe we'll have a show on Monday. So I want to talk about a couple of things before we go into our main topic here. We did not have a fan question, but I want to go into like some video game news, and then we're going to go into AI conversation here. And I think that's pretty much our show for the day. So, so one thing about nerd news, there's one thing that is really, really like off-putting for the Blizzard community. Overwatch 2, they had this PvE mode coming in. That was supposed to be more of a story mode. It's going to be a little bit more of a campaignish mode of Overwatch, giving more light to this title instead of it being just a re-release of Overwatch 1, which is what we're basically getting. Did your phone die?
It's dying.
Well,
it's fine.
Okay, I can get up and get you a charger. It's whatever. So Overwatch is basically it's you've played it before, PvP, and are you good?
What?
You're like looking at me weird.
I'm watching you
talk. Okay. So Overwatch 2 was supposed to have this new mode that was supposed to come in, and it's been delayed and then finally got canceled entirely. And it kind of makes people a little sour to putting money into Overwatch 2. Even though Overwatch 2 is free, they shut down the servers to Overwatch 1, so you can't even continue what you were doing. You have to move forward into the other title. So it's a little discouraging that got removed. There's a co-op portion of the game that seemed a little interesting. But Alex, I have some trivia for you real quick. Now this is
Okay.
done by AI.
Oh, great.
You wanted me to do this.
I did?
Yeah, Disney.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah.
Oh,
So our
geez.
conversation today is going to be a lot about AI and the stuff that has been generated. Did it finally go?
No, I mean, it's going to, so I just shut it.
Oh. So this conversation is going to be about all that. The first question I have, so I did 12 Disney and Pixar animated movie questions. So it's going to be a little hard,
Mm-hmm.
just like they were last time. So the first question, I just asked ChatGPT to give me these, so with their answers. First question: which Disney animated film was the first to receive a PG rating? Disney animated.
Is it a classic?
Yes.
PG?
Yes, the first.
Lion King, maybe?
It's before that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Before the Lion King?
I think Lion King was G, actually.
I think it's PG.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's got
Think
death
of,
in it.
but think of scary enough films. I'll give you a hint of that.
PG. I don't know.
The Black Cauldron.
Oh my god, I was totally gonna say, well, let me guess, the Black Cauldron, but I was
Yeah.
like, that should be PG-13 to be.
I've
like,
never seen it.
You can watch it without me. I'm not a fan.
I know. I could have given you.
I
that
don't
hint,
like
too.
the type of animation is. It makes me uneasy. Like, I don't like the animation.
What is the name of the evil queen in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
The Evil Queen.
That is her AKA. I can give you half a point, but she actually has a name.
What is it?
Queen Grimhilda.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have gotten that. I just thought I've always just known her as the Evil Queen.
Which Disney animated movie features the song Bella Notte during an iconic dinner scene?
Bella Notte. So Bella meaning like beautiful something.
I wonder if that went through the mic. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Roommate Jake just did an F-bomb in the background.
Bella Notte. So say it one more time.
Which Disney animated movie features the song, I might be saying it wrong, Bella Notte, during an iconic dinner scene?
I'm just gonna say Beauty and the Beast.
Lady and the Tramp.
Okay, yeah, all right.
In Beauty and the Beast, what is the name of Gaston's loyal sidekick?
LeFou.
Okay, that's your first one you got. Had to give you an easy one. Kind of had to go down a little on the difficulty scale for that one. Question number 5. Who voices the character of Pacha in The Emperor's New Groove?
The dude that we're gonna go see. Or no. Jeff.
No.
Not Jeff. Yes, Jeff.
Well, we're gonna. You're thinking of Jeff Bingham.
No, not Jeff Bingham. I'm
Okay.
thinking of Goodman. John Goodman.
There you go. You got it. Good job.
I really
Now
like,
I
like
know
this guy.
I know you knew him.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yes.
asked you that name.
Yeah, Patrick,
You had to have known John Goodman because
Yeah.
you've seen him in a lot of
Yes,
things.
John
You know his
Goodman.
voice. Makes you kind of want to watch that and then see 10 Cloverfield Lane. You get the total opposite.
Complete opposite.
Complete
yeah.
opposite of John Goodman. Oh my God. In Sleeping Beauty, what is the name of Maleficent's pet raven?
Oh. Oh my God. I don't know.
Diablo.
Yeah, no. Does she? I don't even know if
Chat
she ever says
GPT
it.
did this, so if any of these are wrong, of course.
I don't know if she ever actually says his name.
You might
Wait!
have.
When he turns to stone, she might. I think she says his name right there. Like she goes to like tell him to go fetch,
Fly or
like go
something.
do something, and then she goes, oh, Diablo, or oh, like look what they've done to you, or something like. So
Mhm.
yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah.
You probably learn it a lot better in the actual live action, which we've never seen.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Never seen it. In Alice in Wonderland, what is the name of the Queen of Hearts army?
I don't know, Army of Cards, I don't know.
The Card Soldiers.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, I don't know. I didn't know they had a name.
What is the name of the villainous hunter who killed Bambi's mother in the film Bambi?
The hunter that killed Bambi's
Could also be called Man.
Oh, or Man. I mean, he's known as Man. Yeah,
Yep.
I guess because Man, like
They say the man
Yeah,
killed him.
they refer to human
As man.
in
Mhm.
the movie. Yeah.
The hunter also works. In Peter Pan, what is the name of Captain Hook's right-hand man, who is also a bumbling pirate?
Shmi.
Mr. Smee. Now, there is a fan theory that Gaston is the hunter of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I know.
He's the
Because you have to
hunter,
look at what
the
he
gun.
like. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
He
So,
also like kills a deer or something. Like.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. What is the name of the toy collector and main antagonist in Toy Story 2?
Oh my God.
He has 2 names.
Something the chicken. He's the chicken guy. It's not Andy because Andy's the kid. The Cluck Cluck dude. He's the chicken
There's
guy.
2 answers.
The chicken man.
That's one.
I know him as the chicken man.
Al Wiggin.
Like,
Al McWiggin.
Okay.
It's
Al's
Toy Barn. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what is the name of the cathedral archdeacon who serves as a central character in the story of Hunchback in Notre Dame?
What is the what?
What is the name of the cathedral's archdeacon who serves as a central character in the story of Hunchback in Notre Dame?
I don't know.
Claude Frollo.
Oh, I thought like that's not. I thought you were talking.
He's an
about
archdeacon.
Oh, I didn't realize he was an archdeacon. I just thought he was. Yeah,
A
I don't know.
priest?
Like, no, he's not a priest. There's
No.
an actual priest there. I thought that's who you were talking about.
No.
Was
No, he's a
there's
deacon.
a priest guy that protects for Quasimodo.
Yeah.
And I thought that's who you were talking about.
No.
Judge something Frollo, Claude Frollo.
Claude Frollo.
Yeah, Claude Frollo.
Yep.
Yeah,
Who-
he's a judge. He's not a. I don't think
Archdeacon.
he's I don't think he's a
Cathedral's
deacon.
archdeacon.
I don't think he's a deacon.
Hey,
He's a
ChatGPT
judge.
said it was archdeacon.
I don't think so.
They could be
His
wrong.
name is Judge,
Yeah,
like Judge Claude Frollo.
You also could have that occupancy.
But he also does like he like controls the town.
Uh,
So I think he's like I don't know if that's right.
okay. Who is the voice behind the character of Esmeralda in the film Hunchback?
Should I know this?
You probably should. Your cousin mentioned it a lot.
My cousin, really?
Heather. Yeah.
Oh,
It's one of her favorite actresses. That's your only hint.
I don't know.
Demi Moore.
Okay, give me more.
It's one of her favorite actresses. You knew that.
I'm glad you know that. I don't know.
I went to
that.
school with her. I probably
Exactly.
That's just sunk in my brain. That's probably why. So yeah, that is Disney. You
No, that was
got
actually
a
some
few
really good trivia.
right, but
Yeah.
the Hunchback one might have been completely wrong. So
No, if you would have said like what was like the antagonist or something, I would have said Frollo. But no, I thought you were talking about like the actual priest that
Yeah.
protects him and houses him in the
Right.
cathedral.
So we got to talk about AI in general here. It's
Yeah.
a 4-week long conversation. You want me to go get the charger so you can see your phone?
No, I was just seeing what time it was.
I can go get it. It's not a big deal.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm watching the time.
Thank you.
So this is a 4-week long conversation that's never been touched on for somebody who's not on the show right now. So Chat GPT, AI, all of that stuff is starting to get a little scary, and we've never really ran down this topic into the ground as far as what it's all about. We're not really sure, you and I, 100%, if we are the actual people who should be giving the entire notion of what AI is and what it can do. But we have had experience.
We're just as good as anybody
with it.
else. Like I feel like we're the common folk that are presented to use the AI that is available to us and our opinion on such AI use.
You've used some of it with Snapchat.
Yes.
I've used a lot of it with ChatGPT, and I'm starting to use it with Adobe because Adobe Firefly just gave me access to it via my company today. And so I was using a little bit of it today, and it didn't really wow me. There was some wow factors that it generated an office scene, an office setting that I wanted to try out. And it was really an interesting concept, and I'm just seeing how it progresses as to how clear it can get. We've seen AI make videos. We've seen it make voices. We've seen it do images. It has conversation.
We've seen it make movie trailers. We've seen it make commercials and advertisements,
Videos.
like videos, like you can't tell whether or not like these are real people.
Okay, the pizza one, you've seen that one, right?
There's a couple of them you can tell that it's definitely made by AI, but there's a few where you're like, are those real people?
Well, some of it was mixed in.
Mhm.
That one company I follow on TikTok, they mixed it in with stuff that they've also rendered, so it wasn't
Mhm.
entirely with AI. AI did some of it. So artificial intelligence is now expanding to the point where it's starting to take over positions of jobs. It's starting to do blog writings for people who
easily.
have penmanship.
Mhm.
It's doing that. It's doing article breakdowns for me. It's doing that. I'll do a full copy and paste of an article in it and tell it to break it down for me, and it does. I've asked it questions. How do you help, or how are you helpful versus like. I asked it this question here, and I'm actually going to give this rundown. Can you give me a 20-point breakdown about AI and ChatGPT to describe your functions and skills about how using this application can negatively affect humans?
Are you going to go through all 20 points?
It gave me 9 positive and 11 negative.
Well,
So.
yeah. What are just a couple like big positives and a couple big negatives?
I didn't run through this entirely. It can be used for a wide range of purposes, including customer service, language translation, and content creation. So
I would definitely use it for language translation.
Language would be great. It can learn to improve over time by analyzing large amounts of data and feedback from users.
Mm-hmm.
It can be integrated into a variety of platforms such as messaging apps, websites, and voice assistants. This is where it gets scary because Amaranth just launched a chat AI voice. They could date her. And I actually looked into this article. So she launches an AI chatbot where people can take her on dates, an AI companion where fans can interact with her. The chatbot, powered by Forever Voices AI, enables fans to send vocal recordings and receive responses that sound like her and replying via voice notes. What are we doing?
Dating an AI.
An AI Amaranth bot aims to provide instant voice responses to fans' questions and desires. The bot is part of an emerging influencer AI scene where paid customers can have conversations with AI versions of influencers.
Yeah, she's going to start it and everyone else is going to follow, just like the hot tub streams.
Forever Voices CEO John Mayer, I don't know if that's any relation to anybody, discusses the technology. I've looked this article up from Polygon. He discusses the technology and its ability to create immersive interactions and connections with AI influencers. The comparison of this article also talked about the movie Her, where he falls in love with his AI companion. And I also saw the movie Ex Machina.
Mm-hmm.
That's an AI companion as well, but it's a robotic AI.
I mean, if you think about AI, we've been using, like, look at the video games that we play. A lot of our video games that we play have an AI assistant.
An AI system, yes.
No, not system. Assistant.
Like
Halo. Halo has Cortana.
Okay.
And then Destiny, we've got a bot. Like
that's a basic. That's a basic thing. Like, I thought you were talking about a system like Left 4 Dead 2. That's an AI bot. The director can make the game more difficult or easy.
Yeah,
depending
but I
on
was
your
trying
play
to tell
style.
you, like, that's where it's like we're bringing the video game world into real life.
I thought you were going into an actual brain power system that's still functioning.
No, I'm saying like we're taking what we're playing like as a video game, something that's just made up, and we're making it more real world now.
Okay.
Like this is something I thought AI would be big for our children.
So Unreal Engine 5 is using an AI system that is beyond belief, where you will look at a video game and you won't know, and it can rebuild terrain to whatever it wants.
Yeah, and it looks real.
It's crazy. The concerns that are raised about potential misuse of these technologies, such as fake relationships or generating deep fake porn, which has happened. There is a Twitch streamer who actually had a major meltdown on stream because of AI deep fake porn. That's scary.
There has been plenty of that actually where AI is being plastered onto, even in pictures, other
Yes.
people's bodies.
Yes.
Like a fake body, but your face. Like,
Oh yeah,
so,
you can deep
like
fake
what's
nude
what's
anybody.
gonna happen? Like, so to get back at somebody, if somebody's gonna generate a a dick pic or a some kind of thing, and they're gonna plaster it all over with your face and say, hey, this is you, but how do you prove that it's not when your face is on it? And like,
right now,
can you imagine?
Right now, there's a few ways to prove it.
Just because you remember when the fappening
The fappening, yes.
happened.
Yes.
So those were all, as far
that
as
was
we
a
know,
big
like,
celebrity leak of
that
a
was
whole bunch of naked
a big
photos
celebrity
and
leak
videos.
of their phones and things.
Everyone
getting,
says, "Oh, this is version 2, 3, whatever. That's on the internet, whatever." I don't
Yeah.
care what you say, but the original thing happened back in like 2010.
it was 2010, 2011,
11.
something
It's like Jennifer
that.
Lawrence was the big
Actually, I think
target.
it was 2012, to be honest. It was like right when we moved back here, or
We
right
moved
before.
Back. It was before.
Yeah. So, but like we had all these like pictures being leaked, and now these days, what if a picture emerges of somebody that we know, and we're like, oh my gosh, is this you? Is it AI? And
Yeah.
I mean, people can lose their jobs and
Their identity.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's actually, it's starting to be scary as far as like what is true and what's not with AI.
Like nobody's gonna know what's real and what's fake, and how are you gonna take these types of things to like court and whatnot?
It's gonna replace our jobs. It's looking scary for my job personally as a marketing graphic designer.
Mhm.
You can start editing templates and stuff like that, cropping out photos. You can cut out photos easily using AI.
I don't see it taking my job. I see it helping my job.
It will help my job for a short period, then it will take my job.
I think in the medical field, I think that there's certain areas I feel like we should be able to access AI and use AI, and I feel like there's other, like, I don't, how we have Chat GPT now and all these like Snapchat AI, like I don't think the common person should have access to
generative AI.
Yeah.
AI that can take things off of articles and create
like how we have Snapchat and it can like do the filters and things like that. Like that's like playful stuff. But like being able to rewrite a book or complete my homework for me 100% so I can turn it in. Write
it's
an
doing
essay.
full on log web script for people to do web page design now.
Like
you can get full scripts.
Exactly. Like there's way too much that I think the common person should not have access to. We're going to get dumb and it's going to get smart. And that's where things are going to go really bad.
Yeah. I'm already pretty stupid as it is for some things. I don't try to be too ignorant. Yeah. I try to learn what I can.
Do you know the show House?
Yeah.
So I feel like an AI, I feel like that would be really good to use an AI for when you've got a doctor that's
diagnosing.
Got their hands tied and say, my patient's
it could
got
search
this,
the web
this,
so much
this,
faster than a doctor could think up a diagnosis.
Exactly.
But the problem is,
so I feel like that would help. Yeah. It's not going to know 100%. Nobody knows going to know, 100% get to know exactly what's wrong with you.
True.
But we can at least get a path going to get treatment to people faster. That would be awesome.
It's like we were talking about misinformation.
But there's also misinformation. How do we know Chat GPT is
stereotypical misinformation too? Because it could also give like biased certain articles that have more popularity than ones that do not. Some things that have been posted that have yet to be backtracked from 2 years ago or 3 years ago of false information that's still out there today, available to the public.
We did this though. You want to know how?
We developed.
I don't know. Ask Google. I don't know. Ask Google. I don't know. Ask Alexa. We did this.
I agree.
We've built it.
Yes.
And it will only get smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter.
And we were talking about phishing. Phishing scams and identity theft is another negative. It can contribute to the erosion of piracy as it collects and stores data from user interactions. It can create unrealistic expectations for human-like interactions, leading to disappointment or frustration. ChatGPT an AI can contribute to the spread of addiction to technology as it provides an always available source of engagement and entertainment. It can exacerbate human mental health issues such as social anxiety or loneliness, as it can provide an artificial substitute for human interaction when we were talking about the dating.
Yeah. I'm already having issues dealing with younger people in their teens and meaning for like 12 to 18 to 19 to 20. I'm already having issues with those types of people calling in to want to do like externships or shadowing and things like that. You know what they're doing? They're calling me. I seriously had this happen in the last like 2 weeks.
Call for them, right?
That's just always been a thing. Because, you know,
Okay.
oh, Mom, I'm a little too scared. Like, okay, well, now it's transitioned into, I literally had this call like last week.
Did you have an AI call you?
No. I had a kid call me, like somebody who should be 19 years old, 18, 19. And they spent the entire time with like somebody in the background telling them what to say.
Okay.
You want to know why? Because they're probably, not trying to point fingers, but they might just be on their phone the whole time, like, or asking their phone, oh, how do I respond to this? How do I respond to this?
Exactly.
Like, or how do I know, like, we've got resumes coming in. How do I know if everything on a resume is just made up by an AI to get me the job that I want?
Like, for me, I am 110% honest with my resume and stuff, but you can definitely fake a resume these days. It's
that's always been a thing. Like, you can always just bullshit your resume. But I mean, what if I tell like, like there's these, the
long description
LinkedIn.
about me. Like that's something you type up. You can get that from a chat.
But you know how you've got websites like LinkedIn or Find Job or whatever, and you upload your resume, and then what that system is supposed to do is take things from your resume and show it up, like it's supposed to pop up on these employers that are trying to find these people. What if you're like bullshitting your way through that and you ask AI to do that?
Right.
Like, it makes more of an issue that way. Like, there's so many different things that it's gonna do to take away from the human experience that I don't agree with. I think it has potential to do great things, but I think that giving it to the common person and access, people like hackers and people that are literally out there to just fuck people's lives over, this is where things are going to get bad. And that learning from the bad is just going to get more and more and more worse. Learning experience. Yeah. Yeah.
We got to get out of here. We can't really touch too much more on this topic, even though there's a lot we can break down, and it's this AI is getting scarier, and we just gotta.
I did not think watch out. That this would be a problem.
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was so cool. I was like, yeah.
But I didn't think like 50 years from now, who knows?
Do you remember that one app I downloaded? Like, I think it was last year. It was like, just type in like a word and it will generate this image. And I thought that was the coolest freaking thing. And now I'm like, oh, it can generate a lot more than that. And my job's in jeopardy. Eventually other jobs will be in jeopardy that
What's
probably haven't
watching
already.
Some of these people that have access to like the big AIs, and they're asking the big questions about like, how do we decrease population?
Yeah.
How do we control this? Are you going to control me? And
yeah.
the answers that are coming from the AI are nightmarish.
They're very much so, to the point where Google, the CEO left. That was the big news thing that we were going to bring up. I forgot to mention that. I know I said we were going to get out of here, but I brought this up too.
Google. Artificial intelligence pioneer leaves Google and warns about technology's future. His name is Geoffrey Hinton.
That was the one.
He is an AI expert. He's like the grandfather of AI, basically. He even said himself, he thinks like you and I should not have access to this.
And like we're not in disagreement.
Oh, I'm not. I mean, I think it's fun that we can do certain things with it, but I think that it's going to get into the hands of the wrong people, and the wrong people are going to use it in bad ways.
They will.
But he even said, I think there was like a quote that he said, he's like, I thought, 30 to 50 years from now, this would start to be an issue. And he said the biggest thing that he was scared of was that it's going to get smarter than humans. And it already is.
I don't think that.
And that's why he left, because while he has this contract with Google, he can't talk about these types of things. And as soon as he left and said, all right, screw the non-disclosure agreement.
Deuces,
hey, this is dangerous. And I'm just putting it out there before like being the first person to say it. And I'm the one that helped create it.
Right. And
so that's what makes it even more scary to me.
You
and I are just, Joe Smo people, like we're not scientists or anything like that, but I think I know enough to be able to go, ooh, that's a little scary to think about things happening.
We saw this one where people were like, "Oh, Trump got arrested that one day or whatever," and AI was generating photos of him getting arrested.
Exactly, because
Did you
people
see
are going to
that?
only believe what they see.
Yeah,
And now it's going to have to be what you believe. You believe what you see and feel
exactly. And we have no
with
idea.
your own eyes.
There's been so many things we've seen that are just so like, oh my god, what?
Oh, did you hear this and this happened? Here's a video, but it didn't really happen. An AI made it.
Right.
Like,
There was
you're
that
not
one
going to know
Tom
what's real and what's
Cruise video
fake.
where that one guy was doing like a deep fake of him running.
Yeah.
And running for president.
Yeah.
That was a
It was
great video.
good, but it wasn't him.
It wasn't him at all.
Yeah.
It was an impressionist, and they deep faked him on the top of it.
Yep.
That's crazy. All right, you need to plug your Twitch.
I do. If you'd like to watch me game, guys, it's twitch.tv/Q_Kitty, which is KUTE_KITTI. Right now, I'm streaming on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings while I'm playing a mix of Fall Guys, Dead Island 2, and Fortnite now.
Yeah.
So just depending on how I feel that night, that's what we're playing.
Right.
So, yeah, having fun with all those.
You're gonna have a highlight video probably this week of Fortnite.
Sweet.
So because those 3 matches are definitely highlightable. They're so
I'd
good.
say so.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute to get back in the swing of things, but I hope to have it probably on Monday because it is Memorial Day weekend this weekend, so I might have some time.
Mhm.
As far as my stream goes, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can find me there on Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. This will be our last full week of streams, by the way, because next week we're going to be traveling to Kansas. Congratulations, Brig, on the wedding. I guess we can
Well, on the engagement,
officially.
not the wedding.
Well, wedding is going to be happening.
We're going to a wedding.
We're going to a wedding in Kansas. It's going to be a good time. We're going to see all of our friends.
I'm so excited.
Unfortunately, Rick's not going to be there.
Unless he somehow gets himself there.
Fingers crossed. It'd be really cool to
That'd
see
be
him
amazing.
along with the ride. But you know, it's going to be a good time either way. I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button on this video, and also make sure if you are not subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button on YouTube and hit that bell to be notified when we're live, which we don't really have a set schedule, even though all of our ads say Tuesday. It's not entirely 100%. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook is PTOUnlimited, along with Twitter is @PTOUnlimited, and Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. Follow me on Twitter. It is @_Mr. L. And then Brett is also Brett_Wings. I'll just do that quick plug for him this time, but if he's not on anymore, he doesn't plug. So
Yes, and I am Q_Kitty.
Oh yeah. So final note: Memorial Day weekend is this weekend. Little Mermaid comes out this weekend. Watch it if you so choose. I don't know when we'll have our next show on, but
Either a week or a couple weeks. There you go.
next week is a higher possibility. So.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys have a good rest of your week. Bye, guys.
Bye.